Ghost Rider issue number 1 from Marvel Comics. And by issue number 1, I obviously mean issue number 1 from the 2022 series. So yeah, this is the first time I've seen Ghost Rider in a while. The last time I saw Ghost Rider was in the Ghost Rider King in Black one-shot. I don't know if he appeared in any other series or crossover since then, nor am I going to read any of those because I am sick and tired of crossover events, and I am not going to read a bunch of crossovers just for a couple panels of a character that I like. So the last time I saw Johnny Blaze, he was the King of Hell in the beginning of that one shot, and then at the end he gave his throne back to Mephisto, and that's as far as I know. He drove off into the desert with the demon, and I don't know what happened to him since then. So, how does this issue start? Well, pretty interesting. It starts with a therapist asking Johnny, "Where have you been?" And that's something that I would have liked to know. Where have you been, Johnny? It's been 2 years since I've last seen you. I've missed you. I absolutely love Ghost Rider. I wish there was more Ghost Rider, so I'm glad to see you back. So Johnny is in therapy. Johnny is a psycho in this. Well, let's go into further detail. So he's in therapy. He is having trouble sleeping. When he sleeps, he receives nightmares. So to block out the nightmares, he became an alcoholic. He basically drinks himself to sleep so that he won't have any dreams or nightmares. And so he's talking to this therapist, and we see this scar in his head. I'm just like, okay, what the hell is going on? But he has a nightmare of him driving down on a midnight highway, doesn't see anything, just the road ahead, and he just rides until dawn comes. There's nothing. And when he doesn't drink himself to sleep, that's when he gets the nightmares. And like we see him shooting up in bed. Roxanne, who Johnny is married to, is there to comfort him, and he like swings at her by accident because he's just messed up in his head. So he gets up to drink some more. And yeah, we find out that Johnny has not only married his high school sweetheart, or not high school sweetheart, his childhood sweetheart, Roxanne, but he also has 2 kids, Craig and Emma. And we see him, he has the American dream. He has the house with the picket fence, a beautiful wife, 2 kids, and yet it feels like there's something gnawing at him. Something just doesn't seem right with all this. And he has just so much anger and sadness, and he's dissatisfied with everything. Like, it's just like, I have everything I should want, but just something just isn't clicking with me. What's going on? That's why he's in therapy. And before he leaves, the therapist makes him repeat a phrase that I guess he's come to have to repeat over and over again, which is, "My name is Johnny Blaze, and there's no such thing as nightmares." But yeah, basically a few months ago, he was riding his bike, and it crashed. He rolled for 50 yards, fractured his skull, had severe concussion, hematoma, bad swelling on the brain, 2 surgeries. And since then, he hasn't been right. He hasn't been right physically, emotionally, mentally. His therapist gives him some drugs to help him with the nightmares. Yeah, he sees like demons everywhere. Like we see one scene where he sees his neighbor's dog yapping at him, and the dog is like looks normal, but to him the dog looks like some kind of monstrous demon. We have a scene where he's like walking, and a cop pulls him, pulls by in his car, and is basically asking him like, what he's doing. Apparently there's some history between the two. It looks like Johnny had took a swing at this cop before, and the cop informs him that his neighbor has been looking for her dog. And when she finally found she found the dog stuffed inside of her mailbox. And she's like, did you have anything to do with that? He's like, nope. And so we just get like this weird thing where Johnny's like walking at night, and he's rubbing his scar in his head, and it starts bleeding. And then like the stitches open, and there's an eyeball peeking out. We cut to some FBI headquarters where I guess they're having a paranormal unit. And we get introduced to this new character who I think this is the first appearance of her. Talia Warroad. God, that's gonna be hard for me to pronounce. Anyone who doesn't know, I've mentioned this in previous videos, but this is your first video. I have trouble pronouncing my R's. I have a speech impediment. R words are really tough for me, especially when you have them mixed with W's. I actually went to speech class for 7 years. Still haven't completely fixed it. So when it comes to R words, I have to kind of pronounce them slowly. So Talia Warroad. Apparently she worked for Shield. Now she's going to be working on this unit. I looked her up. I looked up Talia Warroad, not Wood. I'm just gonna call her Talia because having to say her last name is gonna be hard for me. But I looked up her name, couldn't find anything other than this issue. So I'm guessing this is like an introduction to this character, and this is her first appearance. But her backstory is she used to work for Shield. She deals with the supernatural in some way, and she basically wants money. She wants how much was it? $500,000 for equipment and travel funds. And basically, she's going to hit the road. She wants a mobile unit where she can hit the road and tackle demons and hunt monsters. And we have Johnny, and Johnny's teaching his son how to ride a bike. His son falls, hurts himself, and Johnny basically asks Roxanne if she can take care of him because he has to go to work. So he works for Roxanne's father, Crash Simpson, at an auto shop. Yeah, they have like a really great relationship. He tells Johnny that you're a good husband to my daughter, you're a good father to my grandkids. And again, this should really kind of point out that something's not right because Crash has been dead for a long time now. In fact, his death is kind of what kickstarted the whole Ghost Rider thing. But then, I mean, to be fair, Roxanne and the kids being alive should have put up a red flag as well because they've been dead for a while too. I mean, what's arc was it? I think it was Heaven on Fire is where it was revealed that they were dead and in heaven. So yeah, I mean, how the hell is she alive? How is he married to her? How are the kids still alive? How is Crash still alive? How are any of these people still alive when they've been dead for a while? If you're familiar with the Ghost Rider lore and stuff and read previous things, all these little moments should be like planting little questions in your head. But Johnny doesn't bring this up whatsoever, so you kind of get the impression that someone or something has been messing with his memories because he doesn't seem surprised at all that Roxanne is with him. He doesn't seem surprised at all that his kids are alive. He doesn't question at all the fact that he works with Crash and that Crash isn't dead. The fact that he doesn't have any recollection of any of these events kind of should be waving some flags in people's heads. Like, what the hell's going on with Johnny? Why is he so confused about all this? What the hell's going on? And that's when we get this character shows up, this evil looking dude, and he basically makes this kid beat up his friends with a baseball bat. And as he's walking through the town, he basically brings out the worst in everybody. Like, he makes everybody kind of go crazy and violent around him. And once again, Johnny is in therapy. And once again, he's seeing just demonic images everywhere. We have a flashback where he has sex with his wife. Looks like she's trying to prevent him from talking about his motorcycle. Like, he's looking at his motorcycle and she basically gets his attention and sleeps with her. And that's when the therapist is like starts being kind of weird. She's like, how often do you have sex? Which positions do you prefer? And it gets really weird. And that's when Johnny looks at his therapist and he sees his therapist as a monster and he goes to attack her, but then he sees her back as a regular human. And yeah, he's like, something is wrong. Like, everywhere I look, I'm just seeing demons. He comes back home and he sees his family, and his family are demons. And he starts drinking and he starts getting aggressive and he almost attacks his family. And that's when this evil dude shows up, the magician. His name's Zeb. And Zeb's talking to Johnny. He's like, this ain't your town. You're living a lie. We got chains on you, Johnny, and you don't know who put them there. And that's when a cop hits the magician and tells everyone, like, go back to your homes. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about this, Johnny. Like, we'll take care of this. And the magician's, Zeb is like, you went dark, Johnny. The world went to hell. Like, I can show you the truth. because you went to because you went dark, innocents have suffered while you've been away. Like we need you. And so Johnny grabs his hand and he sees like all these weird visions and demons, and just we need the spirit of vengeance. And that's when Johnny, he looks at his wife, he looks at his family members, and he realizes that this is all fake. This is all an illusion. He slices his wife's fingers off, and because he doesn't uh, remember, like even giving her a wedding ring. What did I say about my R's and W's? But he grabs it, and that's when he realizes, okay, this is an illusion, and he tosses the ring into the fire, and doing so, I guess allows the spirit of vengeance to be free, and Johnny once again embraces the Ghost Rider curse and becomes Ghost Rider, and he sees the town for what it is. It really is. He sees all the demons, and it makes me just realize. So Johnny's been living this fake lie. How long he's been living this lie, I don't know. But basically, these demons put a WandaVision on him and forced him into this illusion world. Since his wife was a demon, does that mean that Johnny has been fucking this demon for who knows how long? So yeah, Johnny's been getting his rocks off with the demon. Sweet. But yeah, this was interesting. There's more. I'm not gonna go through it all. But basically we start off with Johnny as a aggressive, psychotic alcoholic suffering from depression and paranoia, and seeing demons everywhere and living this life that just doesn't make sense to him, but it's like perfect. And then it turns out that it's too good, too perfect to be true, and it actually is an illusion. He actually was seeing the demons, like they're real. And so now I'm kind of wondering who set all this up for Johnny. Who's the one that locked Johnny into this illusionary world? Who's the one that's been kind of keeping him chained and keeping him out of the picture? Is it Mephisto? Does Mephisto like want to keep his throne and assumes Johnny is going to try to take it back or something? I don't know, but maybe that's where we're going with this. That's what we're going to find out. Who was keeping Johnny locked up? How long has Johnny been locked up? What's been going on since Johnny has been locked up in this illusion? And just how long has Johnny been fucking this demon? um, but yeah, this was good. I liked it. I think, I mean, the artwork was pretty decent. Story is good. I'm glad to see Johnny Blaze is back. Glad to see another Ghost Rider. And I'm interested to see where it goes. And I think this is a good starting off point also for anyone new to Ghost Rider. This doesn't seem to jump right into like the middle of an event. We basically have Johnny confused about what's been going on. How long has he been here? Like what's happening? And that's a good way to introduce new readers to Johnny and the Ghost Rider and stuff, because as he's learning what's been happening to him, it can help introduce, to the audience the lore behind Ghost Rider and all that stuff. So yeah, I would say, I mean, this is just based off the first issue. Who knows where it goes from here? But based off the first issue, I'll say this is a good issue to jump on if you're ever interested in jumping into Ghost Rider. For anyone who's already familiar with Ghost Rider, I mean, I think it's interesting. I liked it. It set up a lot of questions, and I'm interested to see what the answers are gonna be. But yeah, there you go. Ghost Rider, issue number 1 from Marvel Comics. 50 years of Ghost Rider. Man, Ghost Rider's always been one of those characters that, I don't know, I wish, I wish to see more of. Like, I wish Marvel did more with him. I mean, he's a semi-popular character, but you know what? Actually, thinking about it, maybe it'd be best if he doesn't go into the MCU. Just judging by all the other MCU movies that have come out lately since Endgame, they've all, not only the MCU movies, but the TV shows have all been pretty terrible. And before anyone said Spider-Man No Way Home, that was Sony. So maybe if Sony does a Ghost Rider movie, like I would be interested in that. But I don't know if I trust modern day Marvel to do. I mean, then again, we did get the Nicolas Cage movie, which, I mean, it's good in a campy sort of way, but it's like a schlocky movie, and I kind of want a more serious Ghost Rider. But I'm rambling. Yeah, good issue. Good introduction to a new series. Like this is an issue 1 that's I'm very like, it hooked me. I'm very interested to it dropped a lot of questions that and questions that I want to see answered. Like it's not just like it could be asking like, oh, questions that are just like not interesting. This is stuff that's interesting. What's been happening to Johnny since he's been away? Who put Johnny in this illusion? Why is he like what's wrong with the scar on his head? What's going on? Like these are all things that I'm looking forward to finding out. So yeah, very good issue. I'm really interested in where this is going. Check it out. Highly recommend it. Ghost Rider issue number 1, Marvel Comics. If you guys enjoyed the video, tell me what you think. See you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.